We literally put our feet on every single stone in Stockholm, and not only was the city incredible, you're going to want to grab a drink and a snack because the premiere of us sailing into Stockholm is one that will literally bring tears to your eyes. It is absolutely stunning. We'll visit a sunken ship that is staggering and a bar for drinks that requires us to borrow coats and mittens from the bar hand. We had a blast. We did so much. I needed to do a part 2 of our stay in Stockholm. So, laut sau go, as they say in Sweden. Let's go. Even a week ago, I was pining for Sweden.
Okay, right over there is Sweden. Yay! Right there. We've got a little bit to do before we get there, but it's right there.
Welcome to Stockholm, Sweden. Hi everyone, I'm Leslie, and for those of you that are new, I travel the world looking for everything cool, different, off the beaten path, around the corner, through the back door kind of places, and I share all of it with you. So thank you for being here, and holy Stockholm, sailing through the breathtaking Swedish archipelago from Finland. This is one of the most stunning sailings in the world, with over 30,000 islands, inlets, and skerries. It is breathtaking. The narrow channels wind through a maze of lush green forest, these rocky shores. There's these charming little wooden cottages along the water's edge, some of which have been in these families for generations. These homes are only accessible by boat, making it just a true island paradise. My brother and I have a joke that we're going to just end up on our own little islands, and we're going to have red flags, and we'll raise the red flag if we don't want each other to come over. And that's how we'll signal that this little island is just mine. And seeing a bunch of these little islands and little partner islands that definitely could fit the bill for us, just so cool and so unexpected. I had no idea what the sail in was really going to entail, and wow, this just blew my mind. The water is so glassy, so calm. It reflects the sky like a mirror, and this entire journey just feels so peaceful, so untouched, and just magical. So here's a fun fact for you. The Stockholm archipelago is the largest archipelago in Sweden and the second largest in the entire Baltic Sea. Some of these islands are so tiny, they barely fit a single house. But I also am very tiny, and so I just need like one little, like literally a little 100-square-foot one in a boat. That's it. As we glide into port, we dock right next to the Swedish Museum of Photography, a perfect starting point for our adventure into this stunning city of Stockholm. So let's talk Stockholm. This city feels both historic and futuristic at the same time. It's built across 14 islands. The city is 1/3 water, 1/3 green space, and 1/3 architecture, making it one of the most walkable, livable, and scenic capitals in the world. And it ticked each one of those boxes. Not only is it walkable, there's ferries that go everywhere. They run like buses on the water, making it so easy. You can just hop on and off, hop between the islands. You can get a ticket and pay for the ferry right on the ferry. And they run year round, even in the winter. And Stockholm is a cashless city. So cashless, you think, what is cashless? Literally, there are very few places that will accept cash, like dollars, not dollars, but the Swedish krone in Stockholm. They require credit cards, and they use credit cards everywhere. And it just makes it so easy, so convenient. No change, none of that. I'm a credit card girl. I'm a point girl, really. I collect all the credit card points. And so anywhere that is credit card savvy is for me. If you don't have your card handy, you can also have your phone handy and just do contactless payments through Apple Pay or whatever on your phone. Even the street vendors and the bathrooms, if you have to pay for a public bathroom, those you will use contactless payment. The street vendors, they're accepting credit cards everywhere in Stockholm. I wouldn't underestimate it. Bring your credit card and leave your cash back in your hotel room or your cruise cabin or in your car. You don't need it here. Speaking of the ferries, we hop on the Stockholm ferry. One of the coolest museums I think I've ever. We're not huge museum people, so to see one of the coolest museums isn't that much of a stretch, but trust me, this one is so crazy cool. This is the Vasa Museum. This place is just wowza. The Vasa Museum is home to the world's only fully preserved 17th century ship. And let me tell you this ship, this exhibit is massive. So you're probably asking, why is this ship here? What is this museum even about? What happened to it? And why is it so well preserved? I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you all about it. In 1628, the Vasa was Sweden's pride and joy. It was a warship built to be the most powerful in the world. But there was one little problem. It literally sunk within a mile of its maiden voyage. Literally sunk within a mile of its maiden voyage. Turns out it was too top heavy, and it toppled over with just a small gust of wind. For over 300 years, the ship sat at the bottom of the Baltic Sea, perfectly preserved thanks to a lack of shipworms in these cold Baltic waters. In 1961, not that long ago, it was raised from the seafloor in what became one of the greatest maritime discoveries ever. Inside the museum is an area where you can watch a documentary.
Could she be recovered? Salvaging techniques in the 1950s had come a long way since the 17th century. Thousands of people watched and millions more followed the saga on radio and TV in Sweden and abroad. Nothing seemed to happen, when suddenly a bit of a mast and a section of bulwark appeared above the waves. Soon, enough of the Vasa was above the water for Per Edvin Felting and Anders Franzén to board her.
And part of your ticket is to see the movie. They show it in several different languages, so they have a schedule with all of the languages and all of the times. We're not huge into watching those movies. As I said, we're not even into museums in general, but this one is a definite watch. It gives you the whole history of this ship, what happened, their discovery of it, pulling it up out of the water. It is worth every second of the movie, so don't miss it. The museum, of course, is also cash free. It's about 195 Swedish krone. They offer a guided tour here at the Vasa Museum, but you don't really need it. It's very, you can just kind of walk around. There's markers of everything that you're looking at. Obviously, go see the movie. You don't really need the guided tour. The admission is enough, and this place is just incredible. Just remember, it's cash free. So after the Vasa Museum, as if there's anything else that can beat this place in this city, the sun's shining. We had a little moment of just torrential downpour here.
I just want to take this moment to say not only welcome to Stockholm, but thank you, Royal Caribbean, for our awesome raincoats.
Tusen tack.
And we're off to explore the heart of Stockholm. What an incredible city. We passed the old Central Post Office, a stunning red brick landmark that's from the 19th century. It handled over 10 million letters a year when it was open. The Uppsala Cathedral, one of Sweden's most famous churches. This cathedral was built in 1270 and holds the title of the tallest church in the Nordic countries, with the spires that reach 389 feet tall. There's, of course, the Stockholm Historic Trolley. These classic blue trams have been running since 1911. They're like a rolling piece of history here, and you can still ride them. Here's the Royal Dramatic Theatre. This jaw-dropping white and gold Art Nouveau masterpiece in the center of Stockholm has hosted some of Sweden's most famous actors, including Ingrid Bergman. The Drottninggatan, Stockholm's famous pedestrian shopping street. This is lined with boutiques, cafes, historic buildings, and we'll be back here for dinner. This is the Stockholm Central Station, the world's largest underground art gallery. Yes, Stockholm's subway system is known for being one of the world's longest art exhibits. 90 of its 100 subway stations feature murals, sculptures, and mosaics, turning a commute into a complete cultural, artistic, museum-worthy experience. All of this today in Stockholm leads us right here to meet our friends in the Stockholm Ice Bar, located inside the Nordic Sea Hotel, right next to the central train station. The Stockholm Ice Bar is the world's first permanent ice bar. Everything in this place is ice. Everything. The seats, the walls, the bar, even the glasses that you drink your drink out of are ice. This place is small. It's a little deceiving finding it because you'll see the Nordic Sea Hotel and you kind of have to go around the side of the building into an alley to get to the access to the ice bar. When you get in, there's kind of a reception area and then there's the actual bar. In the reception area, they will fit you with Nordic capes, gloves. The capes have hoods because, of course, it's freezing cold in here. Once you pass through the doors, when you're in the actual ice bar, and like I said, everything is ice in here. It's small. They've got the music playing. It's just a fun experience. They have a limited time window, although they didn't really, they weren't kicking us out of there. But I think because it's so cold, you're not really wanting to hang out and, spend your happy hour in here. You have a 90-minute window. And so 90 minutes was plenty. Part of your admission is a drink. They have music playing.
How do your lips not stick to that?
Cheers, one more time. Cheers. And then they have ice carvings everywhere. It was cool. We actually had a great time. We loved it. And it was definitely worth going. You want to be sure to book it in advance. It's super popular. It's such a unique experience, and the drinks were delicious. The ice glasses are so cool, like literally. And it was super fun, just off the beaten path thing to do. And as if that wasn't enough, we headed back to the Drottninggatan pedestrian street for a huge dinner at our highly recommended restaurant, De Wine, with all of our friends from the Ultimate World Cruise. Completely unrelated to Divine. Fun fact, did you know that bananas are a very popular pizza topping in Stockholm? They put banana slices on pizza and then put curry powder. So pizza, bananas, and curry. That would be a hard no for me, but I would be interested to know in the comments, put if you've ever heard of that, if you've ever eaten anything anywhere close to that, if your pizza has fruit on it in general, or curry. Like, just the whole thing is bizarre to me, but I would be interested to know your thoughts. Put them in the comments. And with that, day one is a wrap. What a day. We were so excited for Stockholm, and we just loved being able to walk and take the ferry and experience the city and have a special event like the ice bar, which was just so different, so unique. And the food was delicious, and just, yeah, what a great day. And we did. And there is so much here in Stockholm that I have to do a part 2 video. So that's a great segue to remind you to subscribe, partly because you're just loving seeing the world with me, but also so that you can make sure to see part 2 of Stockholm. We will see Södermalm, we will see churches, we'll see the changing of the guard. I'm searching for a Swedish item that my grandmother used to make when I was a child. We will spend the day all over Gramstala and continue our exploration of Stockholm. We have a sail away. If you thought the sail in was incredible, part 2 has the sail out, and you do not want to miss it. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified of the next video, and until part 2, bye for now.